Among Us has taken over the internet recently, but today, instead of just playing it, I thought I'd try something a bit different. I'll be attempting to recreate Among Us crafts and DIY projects. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I am not very good at crafts, so there should be some interesting results. By the way, if you've somehow managed to avoid seeing or playing this game, Among Us is this online game which you can play with friends or random people, where you're all crewmates on a spaceship trying to complete tasks, but there are also imposters trying to sabotage and kill everyone, and you have to figure out who's who. I, along with the rest of the internet, find it really fun. So, the Among Us DIY and craft projects I'll be trying today are making the Among Us crewmates out of plasticine, paper, and earplugs, plus making a movable imposter vent machine thing. By the way, I'll pop the links to the original videos in the description. Definitely check them out because they've done all the hard work and had the amazing creativity to actually design and make these things, whereas I'm just trying and probably failing to recreate them. Okay, let's get into the first Among Us craft. I'll be learning how to make clay Among Us characters. Seems simple enough, but make sure you stick around to the end of the video because the last Among Us creation I'll be trying to make is a super tricky one. So I've seen a lot of people do this, but the video I'll be following today is by Dulce. Now, all these videos do use clay. I don't have any clay, so I figured I'd use plasticine instead. Close enough, right? The only plasticine I've got is kind of old and gross and most of the colours are mixed up together, so I'll see what I can make with these. It looks like the only colours that I can really use are red, green, black and blue. Plus I'll have to use a bit of this white for their helmety visor thing, even though it's looking pretty disgusting. Which colour do you guys usually play as in Among Us? Did I make your colour? Let me know in the comments. Okay, their video starts with red, so I'll start with red as well, why not? I'll get this into a sphere eventually. And that's close enough. Then she squishes it into a sort of longer shape. I think that's looking about right. I'm up to cutting out the legs. I don't have a fancy tool like that one, but I do have this plastic one from when I was probably like 5 years old, so hopefully that does the job. Definitely starting to look like the character. Still definitely not as good as the original, but it might start to look alright. It's taking shape. Alright, then she makes the backpack. So I'll need another bit of, I was going to say clay, but no, plasticine. And then I roll it into a square shape. I'll attach it to the figure I prepared earlier. Why won't it stick? There we go, that's looking more like it. I think I might do the goggles a bit differently. Instead of wrapping them around, I'll just sort of stick a bit on and then stick another bit on top. Hopefully that'll look alright. I don't know, it'll probably look terrible, but then I can move on to the next craft. Let's get some of the blue. There, that looks better already. Now I just need to add a bit of white and I will be done with the red character. And there we go, perfect. Well, obviously not perfect. I still think the original looks miles better, but I think this is a decent attempt. Now I think I'll give this crewmate a couple of little buddies, or maybe imposters, who knows. Black's looking a bit sus. No, really, the shape looks really weird. I don't think I've done this right. Time for the backpack. Wait, is it a backpack or is it supposed to be like an oxygen tank? I don't know. Oh my gosh, okay. There's hair in the plasticine. I'll just leave that over there. And there we go, my third and final plasticine crewmate. I really like this Among Us craft. It's definitely easy because even I can make something that looks okay, and it was pretty fun. Do mine look as good as the originals? No, obviously not, but I think it's a decent attempt. Feel free to let me know what you think about these and the other Among Us crafts I'm going to do today in the comments. Okay, the next Among Us DIY I'll be doing is making a character as a paper craft. This is from a video by Paper Monster, by the way, so again, link in the description to the original video. They actually had the templates for, I think, all the colours, but I've picked cyan because that's what I usually play as. Well, cyan or light blue, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be honest, I'm not confident at all that I will be able to sort of assemble this into anything that resembles an Among Us character. Anyway, let's get started. Are getting tired of cutting already and I haven't even finished the first page. There's 3 pages. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit impatient. This is delicate, precise work. So, 2 things which I am not. Alright, after what feels like days, I am done with the first page. There's still 2 more to go. Alright, sorry, I'll stop complaining and just cut this stuff out. Alright, it took so long that my camera literally ran out of battery and died, but I'm finally ready to start assembling. I've got my trusty glue stick. Well, not very trusty. It doesn't seem very sticky at all actually, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Time to get started. Mine already looks a bit different to theirs because mine has a hole in it and theirs doesn't, so hopefully that's not too much of a problem. I think I might have done this right. I mean, it's not neat at all. It's got heaps of holes and bits poking out, but I think I've got this first step sort of right. Is it looking like an Among Us character? Not yet, but it's taking shape. Well, that took absolutely ages, but the head is finally done. It's super uneven and looks nothing like the original, but at least you can sort of tell what it's supposed to be. Now I just have to build everything else. Alright, so I gave up on trying to actually glue everything together like you're supposed to do because I realised that if I kept going at that pace, I would never get it finished. So I've resorted to sticky tape and yeah, the result is far from pretty. Cannot believe how neat the original is, it looks amazing. But yeah, you can tell what it's supposed to be. Oh, it's falling apart again, hang on. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is just a disaster. By the way, if you're not the imposter, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. I'm Elena, and here on the Etypical channel, you'll find more fun challenges and experiments like this one. Okay, this next Among Us craft is a super interesting idea. I think I'll definitely struggle with this one because it's small and fiddly and difficult to make the figure, but I'll give it a go. It can't go much worse than the paper one. I'll be making an Among Us figure out of earplugs. The original video is by Squishy Boba Forever and she actually makes them as squishies. Since I don't have the right kind of paint for that, I'll just try to make them as little figurines. Okay, that's nice and rounded. Now I make a little slit for the legs, I guess. Okay, I'm cutting myself a little backpack. Since it's already yellow. Now I just need something for the goggles. I'm thinking that since I can't be bothered painting anything, I might just try and use a bit of blue tack instead to make the goggles. That should work. It won't look as good, but it should be close enough. And there we have it. A mini Among Us figurine made out of an earplug. I think it's pretty cute. Obviously, again, the original looked a lot better, but this looks alright. Okay, it's time for the Among Us project you've probably all been waiting for. This super cool moving vent craft is from the channel Made by June, and since they've provided the templates, I'm going to be trying to make it for myself. It's a lot more complicated than anything I've done so far, so I'm a little nervous, but also excited because if this works, this should be super fun. Okay, I've got the template and a whole bunch of cardboard. If you've watched my random word generator video, which if you haven't, you totally should by the way, you might recognise it, and yep, I'm repurposing it today. Okay, I'm ready to start assembling, so wish me luck. Back with the trusty glue stick, which actually let me down last time, so hopefully it won't fail me this time around as well. They've just used a hot glue gun. Another thing I don't have. That's alright, we can improvise. I've got tape, glue tack. I'll figure out something. It's worked! Something I've built has actually worked. Basically, it was kind of late at night when I was trying to build it. I spent way longer on it than I should have, and I got really tired and annoyed and everything wasn't working. So I came back the next morning and finished it, and it's fine. In fact, it's better than fine. I think, personally, this is pretty cool. So yeah, huge thank you to the original creator for designing this, because this was a really fun project. Well, this was a super fun way to try out some different ways of creating Among Us characters in real life, but that's all I've got for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.